Hot take coming in at you, everybody. Hot take. But first, we got to talk about The Batman. I saw it this opening weekend and I got a lot of thoughts on it. Let's get into it. But don't worry, this is a spoiler-free review. We're going to get a little bit more into details in another video. So first, I would just like to say that I absolutely loved this movie. And for anybody that doesn't know, this film takes place in Bruce Wayne's first 2 years of being Batman. So he's really still figuring everything out. He's not a perfect Batman. He's not the world's greatest detective. He is becoming the world's greatest detective, but, he fumbles along the way. And I really like that about this. And the detective noir aspect of this movie is really one of the things that sets it apart so much from other Batman films. Like, it's really reminiscent of the movie Seven or Chinatown, which director Matt Reeves took inspiration from when writing this movie. Like, really, this movie diverges so much from other Batman films in a bunch of ways. Like, we get to see Bruce actually doing his own investigating instead of relying on someone like Lucius Fox or Alfred. We get a real sense of DIY type aspect from his uniform, his equipment, the type of DIY that a genius billionaire uses, but DIY nonetheless. This is a much more plot-driven movie as opposed to a character-driven movie, which is different from a lot of the other Batman films. But even though that is true, the characters are still amazing. The writing for the environment and all the characters is like top tier. Now, one of the big things I was curious about leading into this was the runtime. It's almost 3 hours long, and they probably could have cut it by like 5 or 10 minutes, sure, but they really didn't need to. There's not really any points where it feels like it's dragging along. The pacing is amazing, and the payoff at the end of it is just so worth it. Now, let's talk about the characters. Robert Pattinson was awesome. He's a good Bruce Wayne. He was a great Batman. Zoe Kravitz as Selina Kyle Catwoman was the best Catwoman since Michelle Pfeiffer. Paul Dano as the Riddler was chilling, amazing, as you would expect, and not to mention these movie posters and marketing for this movie, next level. But like, honestly, there wasn't a bad performance from anybody in this movie, but this motherfucker, this man right here was unreal. Not the biggest part in the movie by any means, but like, when people say someone is unrecognizable in a role, like, I get what they mean, but literally nothing about him tells me that that is Colin Farrell, not obviously his makeup and his appearance, but his voice, his accent, even his mouth, like the way it moves, everything about him was completely different. He was amazing. So all in all, this movie's amazing. You should definitely go watch it, especially if you like Batman as a character. If you don't like Batman as a character, just go for a good detective mystery crime drama. And like I said, I will be coming at you with some more videos in the future, going a little bit more into detail about this. But now it's time for that hot take I was telling you about at the top of the video. The Batman is a better movie and better Batman movie than The Dark Knight. Yeah, I said it.